Hey everybody, welcome back to Over Here We Craft for Money. I'm DJ and y'all, it has been a week. It has been a week and your girl is really tired, but behind the scenes, I was hooking Thanksgiving crafting up. So in today's video, I'm showing you two quick crafts that I was able to get done this week in time to get the front of my little doorway to my apartment looking real cute and festive with a couple of different things that you probably already have inside of your crafting stash and a few things that you may have to go and pick up. In project one, we are making our doormat. Now, I did get the doormat from Hobby Lobby. It's like an oval and it would make a really cute candy cane, but that's a whole nother video. Um, we are going to be trying out two methods because I'm still trying to figure out the most efficient and cost effective way to make the pork doormats. So just like in the Halloween video, you are going to see me testing two different methods, but I think we finally found the sweet spot in this video. We are going to go between using permanent vinyl and using cardboard that we got from the Dollar Tree. And of course, we are using our Cricut mat. So make sure of the video description because I put everything in there by project. I also put timestamps in this video because you may already have the doormat, but are looking for your little porch sign. The porch sign is the second project in the video, and you'll see there that I am just using a sign that I picked up one of those craft stores. I've had it for a long time, so honestly, I can't even remember if it was Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but what I do remember is it was off season and I got it for like 70% off. It was some weird little country chic sign, but for me, I already knew just paint it white and it's going to come in handy for more of what my aesthetic is. I grabbed myself one of those large scarecrows that you see from the Dollar Tree. You'll see some familiar pieces in there. I use a burlap leaf to embellish. And then they had a set of pumpkins that were little blue velvet that I just glued to the bottom of the sign. And then the residue that I use with permanent vinyl from Cricut. My colors for Thanksgiving this year, the traditional reds and golds and oranges, but y'all know I love blue. So I had to integrate blue into a little bit of everything that I did for Thanksgiving this year. So without any further delay and chatting from your girl, let's go ahead and jump into this video so that you can see too. It's still not too late for you to make. We still got 11 more days, guys. So let's get started. All right, y'all. So I am still trying to test out which method I like best. We're going to start with some inexpensive vinyl I found in the clearance section at Hobby Lobby. And we're just going to put that down on the mat to help get some of the wording that's going to go down on our doormat. The second method we're testing out is the cardboard method. And that's just a regular cardboard that I got from the Dollar Tree. You want the black or one of the colored ones. The white is kind of thick and you have to apply more pressure on your Cricut machine. So I just like going with the blue. You're going to be able to get two cuts out of this depending on the size of your mat. And because it's 12 by 24 on the Cricut mat, this works out perfectly. So I have two different mats. They have cut and I am now removing. So first you'll see me remove the cardboard and save what is left because we can always use those. The next ones are the little stencils that I made out of cardboard for the little pumpkins. And those little extra pieces that are reverse weeded out, I guess, don't throw those away because you can use those for card making. You can embellish them on future projects. So I never throw those little cutouts away because we can always use them. Now, once you pull out all of the little pieces on the inside, just make sure you take your time and be really careful with it because the cardboard is not super thick, but it serves the purpose of our work project. Make sure you get all of the little pieces for your lettering because you will need to stick them down. Otherwise, you won't know what the word says. So we have removed all of the cardboard from the mat, and I'm going to load up that second half, which is perfect for the last word. And now it's time to weed out or reverse weed out the next stencil. Now, this is us using permanent vinyl. that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm saving that extra, and you guys know from our decluttering video, we are not throwing that vinyl away. It is going in its little home because we never know when we're going to need it. All right, so that I am weeding out the pumpkin, and then the second word that is going to be on our sign. And as I said here in the video, I'm really trying to figure out which method I like best, which mat should I actually use for projects like the doormat. And so that's why you see a different color Cricut cutting mat. That one is a standard grip versus the other one that you saw, which was blue. That was the light grip. I'm learning the light grip is probably the one that's going to work the best. But again, we're still testing, so we shall see. Once I have my vinyl word weeded, it is time to burnish it onto the transfer tape and carefully pull that away. And we are going to be using some carpet tape. It's double-sided sticky tape that keeps your carpet from sliding on your floors. But baby, it also works so great for getting this vinyl to adhere to this corking of this doormat. Now, if I didn't mention, I got the doormat from Hobby Lobby. It's a little different from the square ones that I get from the Home Depot, but I thought it was super cute and a little bit different. And you'll see the finished look that I was going for when it's all said and done. What I like about that double-sided tape is it's sticky enough to not let the vinyl move as I'm spraying my Flex Seal, but it also is pliable enough that if I needed to pull it up to reposition it, as you saw me do, I was able to do that without tearing the vinyl. Now, I'm carefully pressing it down to the mat as I pull away my transfer tape. And so I suggest that you do the same. We're going to put that transfer tape over to the side because we will be using that again. Now I'm just cutting out some additional pieces. And let me tell you, this stuff is super uber sticky. It's like fly paper, but baby, it works. Now there's a little learning curve you'll have to give yourself with it because it kept sticking to my fingers and I wasn't really used to it. But as I use it, I'm sure I'm going to get better with it. What you see me doing here is cutting smaller pieces and putting it under the letters, which is what I do when I go and do the second wording. And that's what I should have did the first time. But hey, we live and we learn. So now I'm just using some of the stick pins that you might have saw me use in the Halloween doormat just to make sure that there's no lifting. Again, the next one I use, I'm going to use more of the double-sided tape before I put it down on the mat. And then that would just save me from having to use the pins. Next, you want to get some masking tape that you can just get from the Dollar Tree or any home supply store, and you just want to stick it down all the way. Now, Flex Seal does not spray crazy, so you don't have to worry about it getting everywhere. I also am testing where I do this at. Sometimes I was trying to do it on the outside patio, but the little gnats and stuff were flying. So I've just chosen my kitchen counter that I disinfect super good anytime I ever use it. All right, now you see me using the cardboard method. So the cardboard method requires you to use some straight pins. If you haven't seen the video that I did for Halloween with the doormat, I explained it in more detail there. But this is what I'm doing here. And that's why I said I think I'm starting to fall in love more so with the method of the double-sided tape because it was just less wear and tear on me. So I'm spraying my Flex Seal in black. You can get that from any supply store. And then I pull it away and then I just use some paper towels to get the little pieces inside each of the words away. Uh, you'll see me actually lift it up when I put the last word down on the mat. See how I'm using more of the carpet tape on that part of the cardboard? That was just a smarter method. And so I think I found the sweet spot for this, but we'll figure that out when I do my Christmas one. Again, tape off the sides. And I'm realizing as I'm doing this voiceover for this video, I did not put another piece of tape over there on that end. And that was really renegade of me. I was running my mouth on the phone with my best friend by this time. So I really probably wasn't paying fully attention. But now it's time to spray that one in. And again, I love Flex Seal because it is so easy to work with. It goes right where you spray it. There's no overspray. And I'm just going to be able to cut away that butcher paper at the bottom and lift it right on up. And when you do that, you want to just lift straight up. You just got to commit and then remove the little inserts. And the first half of the sign is done. Now it was time to use those pumpkins. I am using some spray. I have a piece of paper that I keep on the side to keep the overspray from going anywhere. But that's what I do. You want to put the little stencil down, tape around it, and then spray. And you like I said, you can use paper to kind of keep it from blowing off on the rest of your sign. Like you see me doing there, add in the last of the red. And I'm just using regular paper there to keep the overspray from going. There's nothing special about that paper. You can lay your embellishments of your sign down anywhere you want. But once you've got that all done and finished, I decided to go back and put a little bit more color in that orange using my brush and some acrylic orange paint, and pumpkin is the color. Folk Art, I believe, is the brand. That's a personal choice. My doormat is not going to be exposed to the elements, so I did not go back and seal those pumpkins. But if your outdoor area where you put this is going to be there, you will want to seal it. And there she is. Thankful, grateful, and blessed. Now it's time for us to get the image that we need for our porch sign. Kind of pick what I think will be easiest. So that's the one I'm going to go with. We'll bring this image on over. We're going to have to clean it up a little bit for sure. So we'll let it come in. Looks like it's going to come in kind of big. I'm going to say apply and continue. We're going to go ahead and do it as a single layer because we are cutting permanent. Actually, I'm probably going to do removable vinyl. And that way I can flip the sign again if I need it. So I'm going to bring this on in. Look how large it came in at. So we're going to go ahead and shrink our view so we can see. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do for the purposes of our sign is I'm going to change the color so I can see it. The next thing that I'm going to do is get rid of these leaves because I don't like them. So I'm going to use a rectangle. First, I'm going to change my color, and then I'm going to duplicate a few times. And then I'm going to just bring this over. I'm going to go ahead and unlock it so I can just drag it over what I don't want. And then I'm going to drag down. I'm going to slice. I'm going to bring away and get rid of what I don't need. Now I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to contour that little part out. Okay, great. All right, so that got rid of that first part. Now I got to get creative to get in there to get rid of that. And let's try to unlock this one. Let's thin this out a little bit, drag it over a little bit so then we can see what we are trying to get rid of. All right, hopefully this works. Slice again, bring it over, get rid of that, bring her back. We have a little piece there that we must contour out because if we do not, it's going to get in our way. All right, so now the sign is looking a little bit better. And yeah, I think it's acceptable. I guess we don't need this particular pumpkin anymore because we kind of already have it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I do feel like it needs a little bit of something extra right there, but I'm not quite sure what it may be, but we're going to not get stuck there. Okay, so now we have our sign and the nutters are nice and thick. We can see what we got to do. So we're going to go ahead and make it. All right, here's our sign. We are going to put this on a 12 by 12. Everything is still looking good. Everything over here is welded. So that part is great. So we're going to click continue. We are doing permanent vinyl. So that here is our premium. And we're going to go ahead and put this in the Cricut Air Explorer 2. Get it cut, and I'll meet you back over at the table. Moneymakers, I have to keep it a buck. It came together so cute. That little orange leaf from our adult hostess gift and those three little velvet pumpkins really set her off. I hope Thanksgiving is pleased with us because my little front door, honey, she is looking cute, cute. Look at my little corner sign, my little porch sign. You know, I don't have a big porch. I have just like my little front door. Throw myself down a little throw rug down there, threw our little doormat together, and who could forget our refreshed door wreath that we refreshed from last year? Baby, we are winning. I hope Thanksgiving is proud of us because we tried to do it great this year. Make sure you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Make sure you share this video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you have not already joined the Moneymakers family, I hope you will consider subscribing and taking this ride with us. We have a good time over here. Until my next video or my next live, y'all. Bye.